Welcome, class of 2020, friends and family, to our graduation awards ceremony. These awards recognize students who have distinguished themselves among a class of outstanding students during their years at Hofstra Law. To our award winners, be rightfully proud. As your dean, I am especially proud of your achievements, and I know your loved ones are too. You truly earned this special recognition. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce our first speaker of the evening, your Student Bar Association President, Linda Muley.
Hello, Dean Prudenti, distinguished faculty, family, friends, and the class of 2020. My name is Linda Muley, and I am the Student Bar Association President for the 2019 to 2020 school year. It is an honor to speak with you all tonight. I hope you are all well during these uncertain times. While this is not the award ceremony and celebration that we envisioned for May 18th, I'm excited to see you all, even if it is virtually. Before I begin, I would like to thank Dean Prudenti, Dean Montecholo, Dean Koo, and the rest of the Hofstra Law faculty and staff for making the seamless transition to a fully virtual law school basically overnight. As you have led us since our first day of orientation, you've continued to lead us even during this unprecedented time. During our time here, we have been faced with a multitude of challenging questions. What exactly is the rule against perpetuities? Who really owns Blackacre? And for the most part, we've been able to work through these challenging questions, take a final, and then learn it all again over a 10-week period before the bar exam. The most challenging question I have encountered over these 3 years was law-related, but it wasn't asked during a cold call or a final. It wasn't my moot court competition fact pattern or a tax clinic question, although these are all challenging and rather terrifying. I wear a lot of different hats, or more for me, headbands, and I have a lot of titles. Today I get a new one. During my 3 years here, I took up a side job as a babysitter. I would babysit every weekend, going from the law library right to playing dress-up or beauty parlor. Admittedly, play school is a lot more fun than law school. The most challenging question of law school was asked mid-watching Frozen, a cinematic masterpiece. One of the girls I babysit, Reese, who was 3 at the time, asked me, "So what are you going to be when you grow up?" "A lawyer," I answered. "So what do they do?" she followed up with. I was a little stuck. How do I explain this to a 3-year-old? "They make sure rules are being followed." As if her answer was already planned, Reese responded, "Why?" I had to stop for a minute, and no, not because Let It Go was playing, but because I really had to think, what is a lawyer? I've always wanted to be a lawyer, ever since I watched Elle Woods walk out of the courtroom in a pink wrap dress with a chihuahua. I'm lucky enough to have parents who supported this dream, although not the chihuahua. They pushed me to never settle for less, and that if I kept working hard, I too could be like Elle Woods, walking out of a courtroom in a pink wrap dress, minus the small dog. But life isn't an MGM movie, unfortunately, and there's a lot of hard work, which I guess was edited out of Legally Blonde. All of us graduating have worked so incredibly hard to be at this point today. So if we are working so hard to be one, what is a lawyer? So while I could not give Reese an exact definition of what a lawyer is by the end of Frozen, I really thought about what being a lawyer means to me. I should know what something is before I spend the rest of my life claiming to be one. And while this could have been a really fun Family Feud type polling activity, I had to figure out this question myself. I came to the conclusion that being a lawyer is a multitude of things. For one, it is someone who cares. If you're going to defend and fight for your client, you must obviously care for them. It is a direct correlation, and as law students, we love a direct correlation. The more you care, the better you will do. We have seen it in our final grades, and we will see it in our future work. Secondarily, lawyers are people who challenge and like a challenge. Lawyers are not people who go with the flow. We're the opposite. We like to push back. We like to solve problems. We like to make situations work. We have an internal fight and call to advocate and, for the lack of a better term, end up as the right one. And finally, I find that the most important thing a lawyer is a good person. No matter what field we go into, we are providing a service to someone because we want to help them. Whether it is a merger between two major companies, or pro bono work, or legal aid, or family law, whatever it is, we have a desperate want and need to do good for our clients. So that is what a lawyer is, Reese. We are caring, we are intellectuals, and most importantly, we are good people. Yes, we do make sure rules are followed, but more importantly, we have this very unique power to make rules and change rules and for the greater good. I know that every graduate of the class of 2020 possesses these qualities, and I know you will use these qualities in your future to make Hofstra Law proud. Before I end, I would like to take this time to thank my wonderful professors, especially Professor Juliana Campagna, Professor Cara Caporal, Professor Nicole Lefton, and Professor Linda Galler for their continuous support during my 3 years here. I would also like to thank Dean Prudenti, Dean Montecholo, Michelle LaFaso, Heather Johnson, Jennifer Colludi, Dean Sachs, Allison Leher, and Amy Agrasari for helping me for the past 3 years, but especially this year as the SBA president. I would like to thank my wonderful friends I have made here at Hofstra Law. I will especially miss staying at the library until 1 a.m. and living off the vending machine snacks. In all seriousness, I couldn't do it without you. And finally, last but not least, thank you to my parents, Maria and Charlie, my sister Connie, my grandparents, my aunts, uncles, cousins. You all get it. I'm Italian. My family is huge. Thank you all from the absolute bottom of my heart for everything you have done for me. There is no way I can express my gratitude. And as the great Elle Woods said, with some artistic liberty, congratulations to the class of 2020. We did it. I would now like to introduce Hofstra's Clinical Professor of Law and Director of Clinical Programs, Theo Liedman, who will present this first set of graduation awards.
Thank you very much, Linda, and good evening to all of the graduating students. It is really an honor to be here presenting you all awards. Had an end of your law school career like no other class has ever had, and you made it here and you made it through. So congratulations. It's an honor to be giving you these awards. The Herman Hillman Real Estate Award is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of housing or real estate law. And this award is shared by Brittany Frank and Krista Woodcock. Congratulations, Brittany and Krista. The next award is the Property Law Courses Award. This is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of property law. And this award goes to Lisa Feldman. Good job, Lisa. The Estate Planning Law Courses Award is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of estate planning law. This award is presented to Karen Lemon. Congratulations, Karen. The Benjamin Weintraub and Alan N. Resnick Bankruptcy Law Award is awarded to a graduating student who has demonstrated outstanding academic achievement in and a desire to make a future professional contribution to the field of bankruptcy law. This award is shared by two individuals, Alexander Andrews and Lindsay Wasserman. Nice job, Alex and Lindsay. The Bankruptcy Law Courses Award is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of bankruptcy law. And this award is shared by three individuals, Brittany Frank, Sarah Mahler, and Aaron Schubert. Really nice work, all three of you. The Corporate and Securities Law Courses Award is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of corporate and securities law. And this award is presented to Olivia Hines. Good job, Olivia. The Commercial Law Courses is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of commercial law. This award is presented to Michael Gazowski. Congratulations, Michael. The Family Law Courses is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of family law. The award is shared by two individuals this year, Michaela Hernandez and Rachel Radomski. Nice work, the two of you. Good job. The Stephanie E. Kupferman Juvenile Justice Endowed Scholarship is awarded to a graduating student who has exhibited a commitment to protecting the rights of children and the pursuit of juvenile justice. This award is presented to Whitney Punzone. I'm really proud of you, Whitney. Nice job. The Health Law Courses Award is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of health law. This award is shared by three individuals this year: Jacqueline Condon, Megan Foggia, and Jean Krebs. Jacqueline, Megan, and Jean, nice work. The Intellectual Property Law Courses Award is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of intellectual property law. The award this year goes to James Stevens. Congratulations, James. The Environmental and Natural Resources Law Courses Award is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of environmental and natural resources law. The recipient this year is Erin Hall. Good job, Erin. The Procedural Law Courses Award is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of procedural law, and the award this year goes to Andrew Baruso. Congratulations, Andrew. And the Clinical Courses Award, especially dear to my heart, awarded to graduating students for excellence in clinical coursework. For the Community and Economic Development Clinic, the award goes to Krista Woodcock. Good job, Krista. For the Criminal Justice Clinic, the award goes to Kathleen Hurley. Congratulations, Kat. For the Deportation Defense Clinic, the awardee is Lorena Paulino. Good job, Lorena. For the Political Asylum Clinic, the award goes to two individuals, Michelle Moran and Brian Vasquez. Tremendous job over the course of 2 semesters, you guys. For the Veterans Law Clinic, the awardee is Rachel Preisner. Good job, Rachel, not just in the Veterans Law Clinic, but helping out the other clinics as well. And for the Youth Advocacy Clinic, the awardee is Christina Herrera. So proud of you, Christina. Nice job. The Clinical Prosecution Practicum Course Award is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in work in the Clinical Prosecution Practicum, and this award goes to Jagnor Lally. Fantastic work, Jagnor. I want to congratulate the award recipients and the entire class of 2020. Good job, you made it through a lot. And we now have the pleasure to hear from the class of 2020's elected class speaker, Andrew Baruso.
Good evening, Dean Prudenti, distinguished faculty, family, friends, and most of all, graduates of Hofstra Law School. It is an incredible honor to be here speaking with you today. To the class of 2020, congratulations. We are truly a resilient group. I know it has been less than ideal to be the first ever graduates of the virtual Maurice A. Dean School of Law, but hey, there were some bright notes. The parking was a hell of a lot better, and unlike most places on campus, my coffee machine is actually open before 9 a.m. All kidding aside, we have all worked incredibly hard to get to this point. Do not let the countless hours we have spent in the library writing 50-page briefs and having mental breakdowns before final examinations fall by the wayside. I know it is difficult in this current climate, but please take some time to celebrate your accomplishments. Let everything that you've achieved sink in. To the family and friends of the graduates, I'd like to congratulate you as well. You know the popular proverb, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it also takes a village to create a successful law student. None of us would be here today without you. There is no doubt in my mind that you have put up with countless hours of whining about law school and hearing about law school drama. I'm also sure you have had your fill of dinner conversations dominated by the incredibly interesting thing your law student learned that day. So, on behalf of the class of 2020, thank you so much for being our support system and putting up with us. We could not have done it without you. While we're on this topic, I would like to personally thank my wonderful fiancée, Julia. They say behind every great man, there is a great woman. In this case, behind this extremely average man is a truly incredible woman. Thank you for being my rock. I would also like to thank my incredibly loving and supportive parents. I am who I am today because of you. So, for those of you who might not like me, blame them. From the moment the class of 2020 walked on campus, we were met with the saying, "Why Hofstra Law?" I must admit, I have personally used this saying a few too many times to mock the school for the most minor of inconveniences. Please refer back to my gripe about the coffee as an example. However, as I sat down and started to reflect upon my journey through law school, I think I have finally found an answer to that often repeated question. And that answer is, it depends. Ah yes, see, I have learned something in law school after all. A good lawyer never pigeonholes themselves into a concrete answer. Rather, they provide a likely answer and then immediately hedge their bet with a counterargument. Corny lawyer jokes aside, this question truly has no one right answer. Why Hofstra Law is something personal. It has a different meaning to every student sitting here today. We all come from different walks of life and have had our own journey to get us to this point. Perhaps I can best provide an answer of what Why Hofstra Law means by telling you about my own journey. Don't worry, the novelization of this riveting tale will be available on Kindle soon enough. I think a good place to start would be after I graduated undergrad. Turns out that whole plan I had to play in the NFL didn't quite work out. Shocker. Sadly, neither did my master's in cost accounting. After dropping out of my accounting program, I decided to start an incredibly lucrative career as a personal trainer, making minimum wage. You could say I was really going places. My mother, perhaps foreseeing a future where I would never actually leave her home, demanded that I take the LSAT. She wanted me to follow in the footsteps of my sister, who was already a successful attorney. Naturally, as all good Italian sons do with their mothers, I argued with her tooth and nail. I had absolutely no interest in going back to school, let alone being a law student. After days of battling, we finally reached a compromise. I would take the LSAT, and if I received the scholarship offer, I would attend law school. I thought to myself, this is perfect. No shot any of these schools offers me a dime. You can imagine the look of shock on my face when I opened an email granting me a generous scholarship offer to the Maurice A. Dean School of Law. I could not believe it. This had to have been some sort of mistake. After sitting on this email for a week and refusing to show anyone, I finally came to the realization that, like usual, my mom is always right. I could not deny this opportunity. Fast forward to the first day of orientation. Although I accepted the scholarship, my miserable attitude had yet to truly change. It wouldn't exactly take Sherlock Holmes to detect that I was not happy to be there. I remember seeing all the eager faces of my soon-to-be classmates and overhearing discussions about their favorite law firms. I couldn't help think to myself, what the hell did I get myself into here? Things didn't exactly get better for me that day. We sat through a presentation featuring a panel of trios who graciously told us about their experiences at Hofstra. Despite what were truly inspiring stories, my impending sense of doom only grew stronger. When they were done, a panel of professors took the stage. Now, the professor I'm about to speak of has provided me with some of the most enriching and memorable classroom experiences of my educational life. I consider him a mentor, and more importantly, my friend. With this in mind, I hope it does not take insult to what I'm about to say about him. Up to the podium walked Professor James Sample. As he began to address the soon-to-be 1L class, I remember thinking to myself, what on earth is this man saying? Is this even English? And please, Lord, do not let me have this man as a professor. Well, the universe loves irony, because not only did he end up being my professor, he also cold called me on the very first day of class. For those of you who are familiar with this draconian process, this was no ordinary cold call. No, this was truly something special. He had just finished terrorizing another poor student who couldn't answer his question for over 5 minutes, and after silence and trembling, he turned his attention to me. It was now my turn. As his eyes affixed upon me, I remember internally panicking, thinking, what is the answer to this question? Then I realized I had not fully read the 20-page document that he called a syllabus. I frantically scoured through it and found the answer hidden in the footnote. Professor Sample provided me with an incredibly valuable lesson that day. In law school, as in life, there are no shortcuts. If I wanted to be successful in life, I had to take this seriously. This lesson was further reinforced to me by the return of my first legal writing memo. Once again, let me preface with the fact that Professor Campagna is a truly kind and caring professor, and anyone would be blessed to have her. This law school is blessed to do so. With that being said, nothing on earth will humble you more than receiving a paper you had written back with more red ink on it than typed words. I still remember a comment left underneath one of my memos saying, "Mr. Baruso, something like this will get you disbarred." I will not lie, there were many moments like this in my first year of law school that I considered quitting and taking the easy way out. But professors such as James Sample and Juliana Campagna had such a strong belief in me, I could not let them down. I also made some incredible friends along the way, like Zach Foreman, Taylor Hartwright, and Sean Romeo. We have truly been through it all together. So, I guess the answer to why Hofstra Law, at least for me, is that it's about the people. Hofstra Law School is like any other. It is a building filled with classrooms and a library filled with dusty books that no one uses. So, why come here? What makes it different? To me, the answer is simple. It's the faculty and the student body. It has truly been a distinct honor to both grow and learn from some of the best professors around, and I've also had the pleasure of getting to know many of my fellow graduates along the way. In my 3 years at Hofstra Law, I have had my way of thinking challenged and my mind open to new ideas. I'm truly a better person for having come here. Additionally, with the help of people like Daphne Telfian and our incredibly diligent Career Center, I have been blessed with the opportunity to work at one of the largest global law firms. Not bad for a guy whose previous career plan was to show people the best angle at which to do a bicep curl. I know that most graduation speakers usually like to end their speech with some awe-inspiring quote from a great public figure. I, however, would like to leave you with a quote from perhaps the greatest lawyer that never actually was. My father. Since I was a child, he always said to me in his gravel pit voice, "Bud, when the going gets tough, the tough get going." Yes, this isn't exactly on par with The Man in the Arena by Teddy Roosevelt, but it is something practical I think we could all use going forward in our careers and in life. This is just the beginning of our journey. There is a long road that lies ahead of us, and life is hard. There'll be many great moments, and unfortunately, there'll be many not so great moments. It is how we respond to these less than ideal moments that would define us. I believe in each and every one of you. When presented with these moments in life, keep fighting, don't ever give up. If it helps, try to remember the ever so wise words of my father. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Thank you all so much for listening. Congratulations to the class of 2020. It is now my pleasure to invite Professor of Legal Writing and Assistant Faculty Director of International Programs, Julie Campagna, to present our next set of awards.
Hi, everyone. My name is Julie Campagna, and I'm a professor at the law school, for those of you who didn't have me in any courses. And I'm here tonight to give some special awards to some recipients. And I just want to congratulate all of you, first of all, and then we'll move on to the specific awardees. Our first award tonight goes to the Advocacy and Litigation Courses Award. This goes to a graduating student for excellence in the study of advocacy and litigation. This year's recipient is Karen Lemon. Congratulations, Karen. Our next award, the Deborah Sloyer Memorial Scholarship in Trials Advocacy, is awarded to a graduating student who has exhibited excellence in both trial and appellate advocacy courses. This year's recipient, Ryan Donahue. That's great, Ryan. Congratulations. Our next award is the Ruskin Moscow Baltashek Award for Outstanding Appellate Advocacy. This goes to a student or students who demonstrate outstanding achievement in appellate advocacy. This year's award goes to Lucas Klersfeld. Congratulations, Lucas. That's great. Next, the New York City Trial Lawyers Alliance Award for Excellence in Trial Advocacy. This award goes to a graduating student or students who have shown outstanding achievement in trial advocacy. 4 students share this award this year, and they are Ryan Donahue, Michael Grazio, Donna Gooley, and Kara Pasquarella. Congratulations to you all. That's fabulous. Our next award, Criminal Law Courses Award, goes to a graduating student for excellence in the study of criminal law. This year, the award is shared by 2 students, John Naguli and Brendan Mann. Congratulations to you both. Our next award, the Leon Stern Criminal Courts Bar Association of Nassau County Award, goes to a graduating student who has exhibited a commitment to excellence in the practice of criminal law. And this year, the recipient is Kyan Heckler. Congratulations, Kyan. Our next award, the Alternative Dispute Resolution Courses Award, is awarded to a student for excellence in the study of alternative dispute resolution. This year's recipient, Michael Gazowski. Congratulations, Michael. The next award is the Tort Law Courses Award. This is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of tort law. This year, the award is shared by two students, Madeline Nicolini and Nicholas Testa. Congratulations to you both. Our next award, the Constitutional Law Courses Award, is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of constitutional law. This year's recipient, Jonathan Capiello. Congratulations, Jonathan, that's wonderful. Our next award, the Labor and Employment Law Courses Award, goes to a graduating student for excellence in the study of labor and employment law. This year, two students share the award. They are Lisa Feldman and Derek Medola. Congratulations to you both. Our next award is the Marvin Gutter Award in Tax Law. This is awarded to a graduating student who has excelled in classes related to tax law and who also plans to pursue a career in the field of tax law. And this year's recipient, Jacqueline Minkonen. Congratulations. That's just wonderful, Ms. Minkonen. The next award is the Tax Law Courses Award, and that is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of tax law. This year's recipient, Dana Sukoff. Congratulations, Dana. Our next award is the International Law Courses Award. That is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of international law. This year's recipient, Jessica Matthews. Congratulations, Jessica. Our next award is the Government Law Courses Award. This is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of government law. And this year's recipient, Zoila Sanchez. Congratulations, Ms. Sanchez. Our next award is the Hofstra Labor and Employment Law Journal Alumni Writing Award. This is awarded to a graduating student whose labor and employment law journal note is deemed the best by a faculty committee and the managing editors of the Labor and Employment Law Journal. This year's recipient, Jonathan Capiello. Congratulations, Jonathan. And our last award, the Hofstra Law Review Alumni Writing Award. This is awarded to a graduating student whose law review note is deemed the best by a faculty committee and the managing editors of the law review. This year's recipient, Sabrina Salama. Congratulations, Sabrina, that's fantastic. I would like to congratulate all the recipients, and I would like to congratulate the entire class of 2020. You're all winners in my book. I can't wait to see you in September. And it is now my pleasure to welcome the Student Elected Teacher of the Year and my neighbor down the hall, Professor Kevin McElroy.
Thank you, Professor Campagna, for what I'm sure is an overly generous introduction. I'm aware that some people listening have suffered due to the current situation. So please don't take any comment I make as me being oblivious or insensitive to that reality. My message is meant to be to the contrary. All right, leave it to a lawyer to open his speech, giving it a celebration with a disclaimer. But now that that's done, here goes. You learned in legal writing that citations to higher authorities are very important. So I'll begin with a quote from Abraham Lincoln, who I admit to once comparing to Joseph Stalin in a conflicts lecture, but towards the end of a speech he gave in 1863, Abe said, quote, "The world will little note nor long remember what we say here," end quote. Lincoln was wrong when he included that phrase in the Gettysburg Address. But you're all probably thinking those words are clearly applicable to my remarks today, and I can't blame you for feeling that way. However, don't count me out, because when it comes to attaining longevity, I have one advantage over Honest Abe. Yeah, he had an amazing intellect, he was the president, and the country was hanging on every word during the Civil War. Me, I get YouTube. So to anyone who may watch this speech 150 years from now, I have two things to say to you on behalf of the class of 2020. One, get a life. You've got to have something better to do than watch this. You could go outside in the sun. You can take chances like standing within 5 feet of a stranger without wearing a face mask. Imagine. You could read a book about how my granddaughter, due to be born on July 6th, saved the world from the climate change problems. Or B, don't judge us. It's a pandemic. We haven't been out in the sun in months. My barber's been closed all year, and almost all of my good shirts are locked up at the dry cleaners on Westbury Avenue. We're doing the best we can. It is not the best of times, Mr. Dickens. But it's your time, 2020, and today we will celebrate it. So I'm sure if anybody watches this years from now, we would all hope they would show us some empathy. Not sympathy, but empathy. Here comes the speech part. As lawyers, words are our tools. Two distinct but often incorrectly interchanged words are sympathy and empathy. Webster defines sympathy as an affinity between persons wherein whatever affects one similarly affects the other. Empathy, the nobler of the two, is where one is sensitive to the feelings and thoughts of another without having to experience it yourself. We have plenty of sympathy these days. Everybody feels badly for each other and for ourselves. What we are in short supply of is empathy. Well, that and toilet paper. When the school went to pass-fail grading, it was because the faculty and administration empathized with the ridiculous hurdles you faced in trying to complete your education here at Hofstra. Some of you had to move in the middle of the semester. Others didn't have a quiet place to listen to lectures, study, or even take your final exam. I had students who had to care for younger siblings during class because their parents were essential personnel and weren't home. Hofstra needed to take the pressure of grades off your plate. I'm not proud of it, but I need to be convinced of that, and that was the right way to proceed. It was the empathy of my colleagues that convinced me. Barack Obama said, "Empathy is a quality of character that can change the world." It changed my vote on the pass-fail issue and your world the last 2 months and allowed you to complete your education. But we need to champion empathy in things small and large. I, for instance, could show some empathy to Mets fans. I should realize that their decision to root for what is basically a minor league team was made at a young age and greatly influenced by older family members. Rather than questioning their judgment, which I do, I should show them some empathy. I should, but I think anyone who has met me knows that ain't gonna happen. But on a grander scale, on a more important scale, we need to show empathy in our political thought. I, for instance, am someone who thinks it's too early to just reopen the country. Yet I can empathize with someone who's not as lucky as I am. Under the current conditions, I'm able to continue to perform a job I love and actually to do it from the comfort of my dining room. Other people are missing paychecks. Maybe they've lost their job entirely. And perhaps they've even watching the destruction of the small business they worked so hard to build over the last few years. They want the economy opened yesterday. I get it. I can empathize with that. If I can't empathize with that, there's something seriously wrong with me. Nobody has to convince me of this. Perhaps they can see that their financial loss may save countless lives. A tougher empathy than mine If we both show some empathy, we can understand each other and perhaps compromise. Something else in short supply. To do so would be to follow the philosophy of Mahatma Gandhi, who said, "I call him religious who understands the suffering of others." He was in tune with his adversary, Winston Churchill, who said, "Courage is what it takes to stand up and speak. It's also what it takes to sit down and listen." But if we select leaders who revel in discord rather than compromise, we will all lose. That would be to follow the political theories of the jerk. You know, Steve Martin, who theorized, before you criticize a man, walk a mile in his shoes. That way, when you do criticize him, you'll be a mile away and you'll have his shoes. Well, I'm done preaching about empathy. It's time for me to show a little gratitude. Having you bestow this award on me is not a good thing. It's a great thing, and it will always be cherished. But today is not my day, it's your day, and it's your future we celebrate and acknowledge today, and your accomplishments. You started law school with a solar eclipse, and you ended it amidst a pandemic. I don't think anybody saw that coming. Don't let world events rob you of the pride and sense of success you should feel for your accomplishments. I don't envy you your situation of starting a career right now. But I do envy you your youth and the adventures and struggles and victories that lay ahead of you. Enjoy them all. I have two wishes for you. I wish you a life as wonderful and fulfilling as mine has been. I've been blessed with what I really wanted. A wife and children, and did I mention soon a grandchild, who make my life worth living. May you discover what you truly desire, and may you obtain it. Finally, I wish you the luck I've had. I've made just about every career mistake you can make. Yet look where I ended up, with the best job I can imagine, and getting an award just for doing it. The single smartest professional move I ever made was answering an ad for an attorney to teach legal writing and research in Hofstra's paralegal certificate program. I was hired by the then director of programs at the School of Continuing Education. You know her better as Dean M. Her desperation to fill that spot has led me to be here today, and I can't thank her enough. I thank the class of 2020 for the last 3 years. The questions, the laughs, and the trust you showed in me. I will miss this class, but I won't ever forget it. Stay in touch, and I'll see you at graduation. Be well. It is now my privilege to invite my colleague, Professor of Legal Writing, Scott Colasanti, to present our final set of awards for the evening.
Good evening. My name is Professor J. Scott Colasanti. I'm honored to introduce the final set of awards tonight. The first award I have the honor of introducing is the Pro Bono Leadership Award. This is awarded to a graduating student who has excelled in serving one or more of the law school's student-run pro bono organizations in a leadership capacity. This year, the award is shared by Mia Ann Polizotto and Victoria Roseman. Congratulations, Mia and Victoria. The next award I'll be introducing is the Pro Bono Service Award of Excellence. This is awarded to a graduating student who has excelled in dedication to and time spent performing pro bono service through the law school's student-run organizations and/or outside activities. This year, this award is presented to Victoria Hippolyte. Congratulations, Victoria. The next award is the Honorable David A. Patterson Award in Public Service. This is awarded to a graduating student seeking to pursue a career in public service. This year, this award is presented to Zoila Sanchez. Congratulations, Zoila. The next award I have the honor of presenting is the Dean's Award of Excellence. This is awarded to a graduating student who embodies the letter and spirit of excellence within the law school community. This year, this award is presented to Joseph Taglienti. Congratulations, Joseph. The next award I'll be announcing is the Gina Marie Escarce Memorial Scholarship. This is awarded to a graduating student who, in the opinion of the faculty, has contributed the most to his or her classmates' learning and understanding of difficult legal concepts through his or her questions in class and participation in class discussions. This year, this award is shared by 3 students: Brittany Frank, Brendan Mann, and James Stevens. Congratulations to Brittany, Brendan, and James. The next award I'll be presenting is the William Eric Goldberg Endowed Memorial Scholarship. This is awarded to a graduating student who, in the opinion of the faculty, has provided significant support and leadership in improving the quality of life and educational experience of others. This year, this award is presented to Amy El Sayed. Congratulations, Amy. The next award I'll be presenting is the Distinguished Service to the School Award. This is awarded to a graduating student who, in a variety of academic and non-academic undertakings, has contributed to the progress and welfare of the law school. This year, this award is presented to Linda Muley. Congratulations, Linda. I now have the honor of introducing the Outstanding Law Student Award. This is awarded to a graduating student who, in his or her years at the law school, has shown a combination of those qualities and abilities that are the ideals of the legal profession. This year, this award is shared by 2 students, Andrew Baruso and Luke Record. Congratulations, Andrew and Luke. The final award I have the honor of presenting is the Maurice A. Dean Award. This is awarded to the graduating student with the highest cumulative grade point average in his or her graduating class. This year, this award is shared by 2 students, Sarah Moeller and Krista Woodcock. Congratulations, Sarah and Krista. I thank you for the honor of being able to share these awards with you this evening. This concludes our awards ceremony. Graduates, we ask that you join us for a toast in your honor via Zoom. You will find the link and time on the main page. Congratulations to all, and we will see you in September for our commencement ceremony.